So I am Nicole Isabella Nunoo. I'm a PhD candidate in Virginia Tech in the Agricultural Leadership and Community Education Department. I am also a graduate fellow of the Center for Food Systems and Community Transformation, as well as a team member of the center.
And I am Kim Niewolny. I'm an associate professor at Virginia Tech in the Department of Agricultural Leadership and Community Education. I also serve as the director for the Center for Food Systems and Community Transformation in the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences.
So my introduction to Kim, or with Kim, I was thinking about getting my PhD degree, and I was looking at several schools, and then I happened to meet Michael Carter Jr. of Agriculture, and then he was like, "Hey, I know a good person. I know somebody who will be a great mentor to you." I said, "Huh, okay." So I got the name, and then I started digging and searching and doing what we do, just researching about the person, what they do, and then sent an email to connect with Kim, and she was so nice. Like, let's set up a time and talk. And I said, okay. So we set up that time, and then we spoke over the phone, and I just really loved the ambience. I hadn't seen her yet, but I just loved her voice and the calm nature in which she was speaking to me. So I was like, okay, maybe I would give this a chance. And then I decided to pay a visit to campus, and then I got to meet her in person, and she was like, she gave me a really huge hug. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so safe. Kim doesn't know this, but I was actually courting her. I really wanted her to pick me as a student, and I did everything I could, make sure that when I came to visit on campus, I wanted to put in my best foot forward because I had seen her work. I had met her. I had a feeling. It was a feeling I had about her. And to me, I always believe in that innate feeling when I meet somebody the first time, the kind of energy you exude, and seeing that she would be very appreciative of my background and where I'm from and what I envisage doing. She would be somebody who would really encourage me to do that.
You're actively seeking opportunities for your interest in your work. You came to me with the SARE grant idea, and I'm like, yes, we can make that work. And so we just kind of, I'm not, so I think it should start from you. It's, the seed started with you, and so you should tell that story. I can fill in.
My interest really around food systems work, particularly looking at minority farmers, Black farmers, and minority populations, and how the food system impacts minority populations. And I didn't come up with this interest just per chance. Right. I arrived at this in this space as someone who migrated from Ghana and got to the US, and all of a sudden I have a color. I'm Black. Prior to that, I was just a normal person. I'm a person on the streets of Ghana just trying to survive. But then the moment I crossed over to this place, a different history was thrown at me. A different reality was now on my lap. So I'm Black. And what does that mean as a graduate student who is in America, who is Black, who has lived in Tuskegee, which is considered a food desert? I realized that people in Tuskegee, farmers in Tuskegee, were thriving, and they were doing the work. They were trying their very best to try to feed the people in the community. And to me, hearing their story and uplifting that work really forms a core of who I am. Because again, I'm a human. I need to eat to live. And so if my color is going to impact what I have access to, then I need to research. I need to find out who are those who are keeping me alive. Who are those who are, uplifting this kind of work? Who are those who are fighting for their community? Who are those who are making sure that their community is fed? And so to me, that is exemplified in Black farmers. And so I decided really to focus my attention on Black farmers and their work, to hear their experiences, their successes, the challenges, how they are navigating the food system, which is really problematic, right? We saw that during COVID, how Black communities were highly impacted, right? And how people came together to try to make sure that people could eat. Doing my research and also attending conferences, I've come across SARE, several times, and I was really kind of petrified. I'm like, grants. Am I gonna be able to dabble in grants? Oh my god, it's a whole another monster on its own. I don't want to go there. Let me just be in my silo somewhere and just enjoy what my department gives me, and just do away and just just graduate and go. But something kept calling me to to do this. I would have done it a long time ago, but I was like, I don't think I'm capable of. I don't qualify to do this, right? And so I needed somebody to give me that extra encouragement. And I just, kind of went to Kim and said, hey, Kim, this grant here, it looks nice. And what do you think of it? And of course, Kim being someone who really pushes her students, who really says, you know what, I'm, you can do this. Go get this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna work on this. We're gonna get this. And she's a prodigy in grants. She's somebody who knows the ins and outs of it. And I'm so grateful that she didn't say, oh, I don't think this is something that, no, let's not do this, right? And so I went to Kim with this opportunity, and she said, yeah, I'll help you. Let's do this together.
Mhm.
And then we started working on it, and then putting all the ideas together. There were certain things that I didn't know, because again, I'm a student and I'm learning,
Mhm.
right? And so part of the reason why I think this was really successful was my ability to also be open to learning, and Kim's, pedagogy of teaching, being someone who teaches and imparts in her students. And so I really learned a lot through the process. Kim is not going to spoon feed you. She would say, no, you go write it and bring it, and then we'll go through it. So that way you're also, forming your own ideology, your own identity, and your own way of writing, right? So that it doesn't look like this is Kim's grant,
Mhm.
but this is, we're complementing each other. So we
Mhm.
worked together on the grant. So yeah, I would not choose to celebrate this grant, I mean this success, by saying it's me. It's not just me. So it's a combination of both of us, right? So we did this together. So it's
Mhm.
it's our win. High
Yeah, high
five.
five. I just want to encourage graduate students and their major advisors and committees to really consider the SARE Graduate Student Research Program, mainly because it is one of the very few opportunities that is created by our federal government to support very explicitly the sustainable agricultural movement through research and through direct community engagement with sustainable agricultural stakeholders, particularly farmers. It's just such a unique niche. And we often don't need loads and loads of money to do really good work. What we need is advocacy from our federal leaders to see the value in this work. And for me, on that personal and as a professional note, seeing the SARE research graduate student research program be an opportunity for students to get their work out in the world in a very attainable way. It's designed to be a launching pad to support your goals as a longer trajectory that you're going to be building. I always keep telling you, Nicole, this is not the beginning because you've been working, but this is a dot on your arc as a community engaged scholar in this space of food systems based community development. And so don't think it's not for you. If your questions and your ideas are within the fit of the program, it's such a great opportunity. I'm just really grateful because again, you don't need $100,000, $200,000 sometimes to do, and you just sometimes need you need $15,900 to do really great work, and Sarah sees the value of that kind of. It's an uplift, and so, and I think it's also kind of paying it forward in many ways, because then we have our students who then graduate with their dissertations and theses, and they're now contributing back to the field and to the movement. And That's a win-win. What do you think?
From a personal perspective, I would say that every graduate student should give themselves the opportunity to experience what it feels like to write a grant. One of the grants that can springboard you into that space is the SARE grant. It is relatively easy to work on the grant. And if you feel that you are having issues, you're having problems, always reach out to the SARE folks. They are there. They will respond to you. They will answer any questions you have. Reach out to other graduate students as well. We're in this together, right? Don't be in a silo and be thinking, oh, I don't think this is really cut for me. I might not get it. My grandmother always says that there are two answers and they are all good answers: no and a yes. No means, it doesn't mean that you're not capable of doing it. It just means that not right now, but maybe later on. And then a yes. So even if you write it and you don't get it, don't be troubled about that. Don't be heartbroken. Don't be like, I'm never going to do that again. No. Always give it another try. You never know. You might always get it. Don't let anything be a stumbling block. Once you come up with the idea and it has to do with your research and it's going to really impact communities, it's going to impact people, and it's agriculture based, you're trying to make a difference, just go for it. And you would realize that you would come and comment under this video and be like, yes, you said it and I applied and I got it. So yeah, I'm just cheering everybody on. All my colleagues out there, you're not in this alone. Yay, we've got this. Yeah, just apply for this grant and I'm sure you're gonna get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.